you where the fish
Triple,
are.
triple! Get in there!
You where the
That's a
fish
nice
are.
fish.
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you where the fish are.
Hey everybody, Chris Schaefer with Pautzke Outdoors, back from the 4th day in a row here in the state of North Carolina. We're here on the Davidson River today. We're about 45 minutes outside of Asheville in a place that a lot of people call their favorite for several reasons. One, you got wonderful picnic areas, wonderful campgrounds on the river, and guess what folks? A lot of trout stocking. From April all the way through August, oftentimes this river is stocked almost every single week with a truckload of rainbows, browns, and brook trout.
First victim, first brown to Natural Deluxe.
Now we're going to head to the stream here in western North Carolina and show you how to use Pautzke balls of fire salmon eggs and catch a lot of trout. We got a special thing for you today as well. Came up here in the afternoon just for a few hours with Pautzke's owner Casey Kelly, all the way from our factory in Washington State. He's going to see if he can catch 7 trout in just 2 hours in a quick evening bite here. Remember, he's never been here before, so if he can do it with our eggs and he's never been here before, you can do the same. Let's see how we do. There's still a couple that keep, like this guy just swam at it twice. Eat it. Oh, come on, eat it. Couple things to consider while you're here. One, stick to the campgrounds, stick to the picnic areas. The reason why, that stocking truck is going to do a good job unloading trout where it's easy for them to do so. So if you think you found yourself a secret hole, it might not be the one that's getting all those fish. Now, one thing you cannot expect to find here is serenity. Unfortunately, this is a roadside water with a ton of public access. What that means is a lot of people will come utilize the resource, but state does a great job at bringing trout here every single week for you guys to catch.
Any questions? There you go. First trout on the river right here. First rainbow anyway.
He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Another victim. Silver label. Salmon eggs.
Let's keep silver on your fingers. I guess that means you do tell the truth.
We're going to take a little trout technology and bait assortment from Pautzke Bait Company in Ellensburg, Washington. And we took it out here to the East Coast to show that the same methods and baits work in the same systems. Today was the toughest day we've had so far, and salmon eggs came to save the day. What I'm going to show here is your typical setup with or without a bobber. We're talking 4-pound mono. We're not even using a lighter leader. And what we've got here, this is a little bigger than usual, and I would probably tend to say that you don't want to go any bigger than this. This is a size 12 hook. I typically like to use the 10s. Earlier in the week, the chartreuse was better, but today we had a cloud cover, so we didn't have quite the light, and it seemed like the dark colors were working a little better than the naturals. So what we're going to do is typically your 2-egg setup, and since this is a bigger hook, and you got more shank down at the bottom, we're going to try and cover that up and give her about a 3rd egg here. And all you're trying to do is be real gentle by getting them poked through the skin. 2 feet up, I went with a little snap weight. And this is the typical setup if you're going to be drift fishing, side drifting. We're going to simply take one of these Leland floats, you slide it on the side, you got a little top shaft you push down in there, and it's going to keep that line tight. You can simply slide it up and down depending on the depth you want to fish. Real easy to do. All you got to do is get these eggs on, find your little pockets and holes, little slips, drifts, edges of currents, any place that these fish might set up behind some rocks, and drift these eggs right by, and you should be right in the strike zone. Yeah, I'm just floating eggs underneath the bobber. I just saw a big one. Take a swipe at it. Oh, that might have been me.
There he is.
There he is. Oh. 3 drifts, 3 fish, all rainbows, all on silver label. How about that? I played with my depths a little bit, and I'm getting some bigger fish by dropping my depth a little lower. So I'm using probably about a little over a 3-foot leader underneath a little yellow float. Pretty easy stuff.
There he goes.
We'll give them a little release, get them right back in the water here.
They're growing.
This fat little rainbow there.
Now, if you are going to come fish the Davidson River and you're going to come fish with bait like we did today, make sure that you fish the hatchery supported section. So basically, it's the first 2 miles up the canyon. If you take a look at the regulations, you'll know exactly where it starts and where it stops. And it's important that you fish the hatchery supported section with bait, because guess what? The upper section is kind of reserved for fly fishing, and you'll get in trouble if you use bait. So stay away from that area. This section right here is one of the more popular sections. You're right in the campground, and the campground gets heavily stocked, but it also gets really hit with a lot of fishing pressure. You know, a place like this, if you try to come on the weekend, it may be a chore to find a parking spot anywhere over the first 2 miles of river from, say, Brevard on up canyon. So if you can make it during the week, we'd suggest it, because you'll avoid a lot of headaches with crowds. Is it another rainbow?
Yeah. Oh, I got 6. Number 6. Number 6. So we've been plunking this hole for a while. I've had 6 fish. I'm down to my last one. It's been the toughest one to land here. But what I've noticed was I started using the floats earlier, got a few fish, no problem. Started drifting, got a few fish, and then all of a sudden it shut off. We've changed colors, we changed depths. So lastly, these ones that are getting real picky, they're coming in swiping the eggs. They're really like fine-toothing it. They're not really picking it up. They're gumming it. You're not getting a pull. They're trying to pick that egg off that hook. And there's something about it. So I started covering my hook. And secondly, I just thought, let's get rid of the drifting altogether. Once they pick these eggs loose, you can watch them sitting in these pools, coming around and picking up the loose eggs that fall off these hooks. So why not give that a shot? We're gonna see if we're gonna make this happen on the 7th fish. I'm just gonna throw it to the bottom, sink it all the way there, and just leave it. See if they come by and pick it up. There he is.
Nice. That's the one I was asking you to catch too. That's the one that I was asking you to catch. Okay, let's get that net ready, bud. Woo!
Piggy, huh? He's squealing. That's the sound of fish music right there.
There we go.
Just drifting a natural egg down the center of the stream.
Old Dale was using a float, and I was sticking mine at the bottom. And I just got mine off, and Shafe's been eyeballing this one downstream at the far end of the tail out there all day, and finally locked into this sucker here with Dale.
Nice.
A little combo, yeah.